Let's just keep
of
going
wealth that
forward. Keep
there
going
is no
forward.
change in wealth, and our growth rate is 1, making a loss.
So this
So our
entire method he's doing right now is to figure out what's the optimal amount to bet. So the medium, so the average is as high as it can go. That's what he's doing right now. Okay.
growth rate is 0.9 highest growth rate occurs. We can use logarithmically differentiate with over df to
So
0.
you see how we're like we're in the mathematical theory right now. Look at this, right? For a layman like me, it's like, what is this? Why? Why is this? Right? This is all to mess with the numbers to get an outcome that's favorable to you as a central planner, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Then solve for f. At what value gives 0.3.
Keep on
At
going.
this fraction, let's run our simulation again, having a million people each bet only 0.375 of their wealth.
So 0.375. Cool. Before it was the full $100, right? Now it's just 0.375 of the $100 that you're betting each time, okay? So this is mathematically what this gentleman found to be the most optimal to raise the average of all the coin tosses, okay?
Here's the average. And yay! This time the median increases steadily.
Okay. You see how he was so happy? Yay! The medium increases steadily, right? Wow, the medium. Oh boy. Okay, so what he has done is he's taken a real world event that you ask somebody to do. Here's $100. Flip a coin. You either increase or decrease your wealth, right? He's looking at a person, and then he has theory. Now he goes into theory. Well, let's just do this a million times. So he's now left the reality, and he's now just in the world of theory. Okay, keep in mind he's in the world of theory now, and all he wants to do is raise the medium. So the median. Okay, it's all he wants to do. So he's left the practical outcome of this experiment with individuals, and now he's in the math. And this is what's lost. This is why there's no paradox. Because the paradox was if you get if a coin flip is 8 high and 5 low, 8's a higher number than 5. Why is the medium going down constantly? Okay. And once he jiggers the number, he gets the median to go up. So the paradox basically is why no large number bring medium up? That's the paradox, right? 8 is larger than 5, so why isn't the thing going up? Because simply put, 5 is half of 100, and the opposite of half is doubling. So it shouldn't be 8. It should be 100%. So it shouldn't be you flip a coin and the heads is you double your amount and tails is you cut your whatever you have in half because those are the direct corollaries of each other. What this paradox is doing is it's fooling the viewer to seeing the number 8 is larger than the number 5, so you should always be gaining more money, but the medium actually goes down. So first of all, the premise is incorrect, but now we're going to go into the actual practical application. This is the issue with what happens when you take theory and you don't apply it to reality, okay? Remember, the paradox here has, or his example has, a million people flipping coins, right? We get this? A million people flipping coins. Okay, I'm going to go back and forth between these two graphs here real quick. Let me go. This is right here. Let's pop bread over here. Okay. So remember, each dot here, this is when the amount you were betting was 80% on heads and 50% on tails. Remember that. That's this right here. And each dot's a coin flip. Okay? You see here the 100,000? Right here, 100,000. And the final average is 144,000, right? Let's go back to this graph over here. See how the graph now is compressed? 400, 500. So you see the difference here, right? Let's go right back over here. How big this graph is. This is what climate cultists will do to mess with statistics, to mess with temperature over time or whatever they want to really do or how much temperature has changed over, like, from the year 2000 to the year 2020. Global averages have gone up, but when you look at the past 200 years, global averages go down. So you can mess with scale to finagle the numbers all you want, but here's the issue. Right? Here's the issue. This is the average over here of the betting 0.3, whatever it was, 0.3 of your wealth, not the full $100 of your wealth. So what's going on here? If you have 1 million people flipping 50 coins, you're going to get the majority of people down here, or the half of them right here. Look, half is below 400. You see it right here? Half is below 400. You go over here, 25 was where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 is right there. So that's half the coin flips right here. Okay. Half the coin flips here looks like it's easily over 1,000. Okay. What I'm saying is this. If you were to take 1 million people and they'd flip a coin betting either 80% going higher of their current amount or 50% lower of their current amount, you're going to get more people with fewer money. That's true. You're going to get more people that have just $7. Let's say, I don't know. Here's a number I'm just throwing out there. This is just complete bollocks on my end. But you're going to have 900,000 people with $7 out of 1 million. Okay, I'm just throwing a number out there. It could be 950,000. It could be 800,000. I don't know what it is. I forget what it is. Okay, but you're going to see the point I'm trying to make. The overwhelming majority of people out of that million are going to have $7.02. Cool. And a minority of people are going to have a lot of money. Okay. But if you start going by the mathematical average to make sure everybody makes a profit, the majority of people, the overwhelming majority of people, they're not going to make $7 anymore. They're now going to make about $400. And you may be thinking, wow, how can that be bad, Diego? I mean, all these people made $400. That's pretty good. What the hell are you going to do with $400? Like, practically, this is the objective aspect of these paradoxes. You're going to have 1 million people you're going to have roughly 1 million people with $4. Who's going to start a business? Who's going to invest? Who's going to do anything with this money? You come over here, if you have 20,000 people who are rich, guess what they're going to do? They're going to open up stores. They're going to invest in farm equipment. They're going to open up Walmarts. They're going to create civilization because they can create wealth. They could invest. Okay. Like if you take everybody in my neighborhood and made them, they gave them $400. What collateral are they going to go to a bank to get a loan to invest into making a business and then creating wealth by hiring employees and then trading value for value, right? Over here, nobody. But over here, if you have 20,000 people out of a million that are rich, guess what they're going to do? They're going to open up businesses. They're going to the ideas they have in their head that they want to do. They're going to go ahead and do it. And to be profitable, they're going to make sure the quality and the quantity of the products are going to be great, because the majority of the people in the area are poor. The costs are going to go down, just like private schools in India, where the schools are not government funded in a lot of areas in India, and they're privately run, 100% private schools, and the poorest people in India attend those schools, because when you open up a private school, you know what your target customer base is. Okay, so what you're seeing here is a capitalist society right over here, where over time, see how the people have 7.2? That's like when the Irish first got off the boat, or even before that. But over time, as the rich get richer, everyone else, their wealth gets wealthier. As they say, if you were to take pretty much any random state from Europe and make it I'm sorry, any random country from Europe and make it a state in America, typically the average will be like in the bottom 10% of poor states. You'd see like France, or you see like Sweden or other countries next to Missouri or Mississippi. You're like, wow. And in your mind, you think Missouri, Mississippi are poor. By American standards, they can be, but by European standards, no. Poor people here have multiple cars. They have AC. They have homes. So what you're seeing over here is the preferred average of Venezuela, of a socialist country where everyone gets something but no one can succeed. That's the practical application. So what would happen is this: which country would you rather be in? The country that's flipping coins in the first half of people, or the country that's flipping coins in the second half of people? Because if you're poor, you'd want to be in the first half. Or if you want to have a chance of achieving your dreams, you want to be in the first half. But if you want to be just destitute and poor, but everyone's equal in poverty, then you want to be in the socialist half. Now, the applications here are good in banking. If you're a bank and you're talking to a customer, you can tell them, we have this one plan over here, in a sense, that's riskier, but it may make you more. Or you have this plan over here that it's not as risky, but by the time you retire, you'll have a certain amount. So on an individual level, these ideas work depending on the value of the individual and what they want. But just mathematically on paper, you can't do this without the real world application. So there is no paradox here if you don't remove the theory from reality. So this paradox is busted